I have the frabjous plague, and today we're going to be talking about anti-Jabberwocky propaganda. By reading Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. And this post is going to be in appreciation of the plain English language, as simple, as straightforward as you could be. So first I'm going to read it to you. And it goes like this. "'Twas brillig in the slithy toves, did gyre and gimble in the wabe, all mimsy were the burrogovs, and the momraths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub-jub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the maxim foe he sought. So he rested by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in a fish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came." I think my stomach is burbling right now. Sorry if you can hear that. Or maybe it sounds good. Anyway, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead as sure as the Borogovs are gonna be mimsy. Not groundbreaking stuff. Now, I'm not gonna comment on the mome rafts because simply it's not my place. Okay? Especially today's climate, everything going on in the world. I know when to sort of hold my tongue. Not gonna talk about the mome rays. Moving on. If you want to talk about the mome rays, that's fine. Out of respect, I'm not touching it. Now, we get introduced to the Jabberwock. It's a biter. Big jaws, big claws. Basically, the dad says, stay away. The dad also tells us a little bit about the Jub bird, a little bit about the Bandersnatch, all stuff you just want to avoid. We can chalk this up to a parenting choice, you know, whether it's the Jabberwock, the Jojo bird, or the Bandersnatch. Any father's gonna generally want their kid to stay clear, of course. But the boy doesn't listen. Instead, he takes his vorpal sword, disobeys his father, and he goes out looking for the maximum foe. Like, come on. You were just told not to. He does it anyway. But he doesn't find it. So he rests under the tum-tum tree with his vorpal sword in hand. And at this point, he kind of starts to go into offish thought. Maybe it's a little bit of despair he's battling. Maybe this is just part of the hero's journey. It tends to get offish when things get like this. But then, through the Tolkien wood, the Jabberwock shows up. Go figure, right? Well, he's just resting under the tum-tum tree. I mean, how often does that happen? And I haven't noted here, boy, did it burble as it came. Oh yeah, that thing was burbling. Just another day in the Tolkien this is where it gets interesting. The dad, rather than scold the boy for disobeying him, is happy. He's all Caloo Calais, frabjous day, Caloo Calais, it's a frabjous day, whatever, like, is this really what you want for your son? To be out here snacking Jabberwockies? And then we hear about the Toves again. It was Brillig, the outgrave of what do they call them? The mome wraiths. Yeah, not my business. Again, no disrespect to the mome wraith community. And that's the end of it. Now, again, not trying to insult your intelligence. We all heard it. We know what happened. Just giving my 2 cents that no one asked for on this story. And overall, I'm just really taken aback by the hypocrisy we see in the dad's character. Tells him beware. The son goes out, wants the thing anyway. Ultimately, the dad says, "Good job." Congratulates him. Caloo Calais. It's a frabjous day. So, a little back and forth on the dad's part, but ultimately, he's happy for his son. And I guess we should be happy too, because he did absolutely snack that thing, let's not forget, and took his head home with him. So, those are really just my only thoughts on this story. I could probably write at least a 1,000-page essay breaking down the deeper meaning, but I mean, it's simple stuff. It's plain English. You guys already know. I don't even need to say anymore. And also, some notes on Lewis Carroll. He's obviously the Alice in Wonderland guy. This is from the sequel to that. Super creative mind. I think that he was like exposed to some black mold in his house. I think I've heard that. Don't quote me. And I think it sort of put him into a permanent delirium. So, obviously, genius creative mind. Probably wouldn't leave him alone with your kids, from what I've heard. But, yeah, definitely don't leave him with the kids, but you could probably write a pretty good poem. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, thank you, and you're welcome. And if you get encountered by your stepdad, Steve, I hope you absolutely snack his bum ass and send this to him.